What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of Superfriends, and we have some pretty special guests tonight. Actually, we have someone that's never been on a podcast on this channel before, but they do some videos for the channel, so I'd like to welcome Mckinnley first.
Yeah, hey, people.
And our special guest, Tim, who's never been on a Hybrid Network podcast before.
Never before. No one has ever heard me on a podcast before. If you thought you did, you were thought wrong.
We've also never repeated this before. We've never done that. Never.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope, definitely
not. I can't remember a time we did.
Never. We're amnesia. Not even amnesia, just never.
Can't forget something that never happened.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, so before we get into like the topics and stuff, I wanted to talk a little bit about like how WonderCon was this past weekend. I got to attend in LA this year, and it's held by the same people that do San Diego Comic-Con, and I got to go as press this year for Hybrid Network, and that was really cool. And I want to thank DC for inviting me to the Rebirth panel and giving me a reserved seat up with the other press. That was pretty awesome, just to be there. And yeah, it was just like an overall good experience, so it's pretty awesome, and I hope that we're all able to go to a con together someday. That'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully.
Did you meet anyone new this year?
Yeah, I like the people that were like part of Rebirth, like all the new writers. I got to like kind of meet them. That was cool. Like Steve Orlando. Who else? I got to meet Jason Fabok for the first time ever, who does the art on Justice League.
Oh, awesome.
Which is pretty rare because I believe he lives in Canada, like Ontario, I think. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't really do a ton of convention appearances on the West Coast. He's usually like in New York and C2E2 and stuff like that. But yeah, it's cool.
Awesome.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we can kind of jump into that. Going off of that DC Rebirth, they announced all the creative teams finally, and like we got some details and like artwork and stuff because they've been kind of like teasing what Rebirth is for like, I don't know, like 3 months now or something.
Yeah, for a good bit they've been teasing it.
It's felt like it's been a while since they first announced it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so any first thoughts just looking at the lineup here? Like, what do you guys take away from this?
I love the artwork on all the books. Like, real talk, I don't see a single cover that I don't like. I'm also really hyped that they're bringing Blue Beetle and giving his book back, because I loved it at the beginning of the New 52. So I'm hyped about that.
Hey, I'm looking forward to the Blue Beetle also. Team up between Jaime and Ted Cord. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Yeah, and the fact that they're bringing Ted back.
Yep. Is it going to be like old universe Ted, or is it going to be the Ted that should be at the end of Forever Evil?
It's going to be the Rebirth. Don't know.
Yeah. Also, there's certain characters that are missing that have never been explained from New 52, like the Question, like Vic Sage. Well, he was in the New 52 #1, and like he just disappeared.
He was in Trinity of Sin.
Yeah, that was they had a Question, and then they also had a Vic Sage in the new universe. It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was in the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
It was like
Vic Sage was. Question was a different thing entirely. Who sure showed up in like Trinity War, I think.
Yeah.
So they kind of messed all of that up. I hope that he gets a rebirth too.
Convoluted.
Just retcon all that stuff that happened with him.
No more Trinity of Sin.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Super Sons as well, with the new Superman's kid and Damian. I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering how they're gonna deal with that, because I'm pretty sure they're getting rid of New 52 Superman, just replacing him with Super Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm wondering how like they're gonna like have the characters interact with him now that he's a different person.
So it's all like, did he like meld with the New 52 Superman? I've been reading Lois and Clark, but like they haven't gotten to anything like that, so I wonder how that's gonna even go down.
Yeah, we'll see when Rebirth starts, because they have all the Superman titles coming out.
Yeah, me gusta Superman.
Oh, also, did any of you guys actually watch the live stream of this event? Because I was like there, but I don't know if you guys checked it out. Like,
I didn't. When did it occur? I could have been working.
think at what was it, 9:30 Pacific, which is 11:30
today
Central.
or like when?
Saturday, I think.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
I was working
Saturday.
all day.
Yeah, Tim, did you watch the live stream?
No, I missed it. I didn't even know that was happening at that time.
Yeah, I think it was pretty cool because I like saw a little bit of it on their YouTube channel after the fact, and I just think it was cool that they like did that. They like they live streamed it, and like it looked really good, like high quality too. I was watching the replay and it looked like it was good. So
Now, the last stream or panel I watched was during the South by Southwest stuff. I haven't watched anything since, but I'm definitely liking the way everything's presented, and I'm liking the books that are coming out.
yeah, what are like 5 books that you're looking forward to, Tim? Like just that you would.
Well, I'm gonna pick up both of the Titans books, Titans and Teen Titans. Looking forward to both of those. Picking up Blue Beetle, just because I get to see those two team up, and after that I'm just gonna look over everything else as it comes out, see if I want to look into it.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, McKinley? Like what 5 titles that you're most looking forward to?
To vary off from the typical Superman book or Justice League, out of the new stuff I'm interested in picking up. Of course, I'm gonna go along with Tim with Beetle and both Titans books, but of course Super Sons I'm looking forward to, as well as the new Superman. Like that looks very interesting. I don't know what to expect from that. Along with Superwoman, because I don't know where they're going with that either. But especially Trinity, to see how, of course, they're going to probably go off the movie, that kind of stuff, but just what direction they're going to go with it. I'm very curious on that.
Yeah, it's also interesting that the new Deathstroke writer is Christopher Priest, who was famous for Black Panther back in the day.
Huh.
So, kind of interesting that he's like doing that now. I wonder what that's going to be like. Hopefully better than the Tony Daniel and the Kyle Higgins Deathstroke.
I didn't mind I didn't read the new Deathstroke, but I read at the beginning of the New 52, like the first few issues. I didn't mind how he was in that, but it definitely could have been more, I don't know, more murky instead of being like, I don't know, he kind of came off as a really cocky man, even though he should be. He was more cocky than it needed to be.
I always liked him more as a supporting character or villain than a lead.
Yeah.
What do you think about them bringing Terry McGinnis back for Batman Beyond?
Yeah, it's probably the best move. I mean, nobody liked having Tim as Batman Beyond, so...
The supporting characters didn't like Tim being Batman.
So is it going to be like in the 50 years in the future, or is he coming to like the modern timeline?
I don't think they said anything about it.
Yeah.
They just kind of said like, "Oh, Terry McGinnis is back."
Yeah.
And but it's going to be the same creative team, Dan Jurgens and Bernard Chang still on it.
So maybe he is going to come back to the current timeline, replace Tim.
I wonder how they're going to explain also Nightwing's return.
Oh yeah, he's got the blue costume now too.
and it's blue. No rojo, it's azul.
I think for me, the titles that I'm most looking forward to are probably Trinity. I'm looking at them right now. Trinity, Batman, the All-Star Batman sounds interesting too because it's more like one shots. I guess it's like more like it's in continuity, but it's more like loose with the storytelling. I guess
His costume looks really cool.
Oh yeah, the new costume. It's kind of growing on me. Like when I saw it in Batman 50, which just came out last week, I was kind of like, eh. They didn't really like. They kind of were teasing like, oh yeah, he's gonna get like this major, like redesign. It's just like, oh, they changed, like they put like a yellow lining around his costume and made his cape purple.
I think it might have just been Capullo. His artwork just didn't make it stand out differently. But like Romita Jr.'s looks really incredible.
Yeah, it looks way better. And then like.
I like his huge spiky batarang that doesn't look like he should be able to hold it.
Yeah, Nightwing will probably be pretty good because Tim Seeley is like good. What else? Suicide Squad hopefully is good because like the most recent one was good, and I like the team on it too. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff looks good. I think my only complaints are within like the Justice League solo books, like, you know, Flash and Green Lantern. I'm not too sold on like the pitch and the creative teams, because I'm a little disappointed that Green Lantern still has Rob Venditti on it.
He's been on it since the not the beginning, but like, for a while.
I think he took over issue 21 of New 52.
Yeah.
It's been like at least 3 years now.
Yeah,
he took over.
Yeah, it was like he took over right after Johns left and focused on Justice League.
I kind of wish that they had gotten someone completely new, or like someone that had been, like, done it in the past. Maybe, I don't know, but. And then the Flash book kind of looked meh. Cyborg, I don't know. It'll probably be decent, but
I remember we got some flack for disliking it when it first came. The first Cyborg book came out.
Yeah,
which I haven't kept up with either.
No, I'm just not all that interested in seeing the ongoing adventures of Cyborg. Like, maybe it'll be good. Time will tell.
It wasn't even that. It was just the stuff that they were doing in that book. It wasn't Cyborg-esque. It was just all the stuff that we talked about him being better with his father and have the relationship being better. Yeah, throw that out the window and throw in aliens.
Always room for aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys happy with like the way that they're kind of handling the books now? Like, because I know like we got the creative teams and stuff, but like the way that they're going forward as a company, that they're trying to stick to the $2.99 price point, and they're also going to be shipping a lot of the main character books like twice monthly. That'll be kind of different. Like,
I honestly didn't know about that. That is awesome.
I heard about that. That's probably the best move they can do, since Marvel's, even though they have a higher price point, they've been releasing more and more consistent books like throughout the month. So this will help them keep up sales-wise, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like with Marvel, you know, like it seems like an issue is out like all the time with their characters.
It feels like there's like 4 issues a month for like some of their comics.
Yeah, like Spider-Man.
Especially Spider-Man.
Spider-Man comes out all the time. There's probably a new Spider-Man book as we're speaking.
I think that. Oh, also, I'm really looking for. I forgot to mention this. I'm very excited for the new Wonder Woman because Greg Rucka is returning, and also the art team is amazing. We have Liam Sharp and Nicola Scott who are going to be like doing amazing work on that. So I'm really excited for that because I don't know if you guys know, the Finches have been kind of doing a terrible job on the book.
Yeah, so. I reviewed the book back when I wrote for the website. It was really bad.
Oh, damn, really? Because I never got to it yet, but I was looking forward to what the Finches were doing.
Yeah,
the power couple.
Yeah, I only read 3 issues with it. None of David Finch's faces had emotions, and no one closed their mouth.
Huh.
And Meredith Finch like has no idea how to transition between a scene in that book.
Damn.
Something happens and then it smash cuts to something else happening.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the new Wonder Woman will be a lot better, and I think like we were saying, just their whole like twice shipping and all that, like the lower price point. It also seems like there are less books now because I'm not sure how many books are currently being published, like in terms of like the DCU launch of titles, but I think that they said that there are 27 titles with Rebirth.
Yeah, there's less books, but there's going to be more issues of the book.
Yeah.
So it'll still add up to 52 as they like to do, but yeah, I think it's a smart move creatively and story-wise for quality.
Yeah, you can keep the continuity tighter, hopefully.
Yeah, quality versus quantity. Instead of continuity, creativity over continuity, whatever the hell.
Quantinuity.
I don't know. I lost it a long time ago.
Hopefully, there'll be less crossovers between like the Batman books this time around.
Yeah.
Or the Green Lantern ones. Those had like 50,000 events every 7 seconds.
I'm looking at the artwork for that Wonder Woman cover. It looks very iconic, very Alex Rossi.
It looks really well painted on that, and it looks like they're shifting to a more colorful version of her movie costume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, any final thoughts on Rebirth, I guess? That's kind
of... it's a good move. They definitely needed it because DCU
It looks
was
a lot
not
better
working.
than now.
Yeah. It's definitely a good move to relaunch everything and get everyone back into it if they fell off, because it helps them with a jumping on point.
Let's not mark our words and see what happens in a year.
Yep.
But I hope it all stays together.
Yeah, hopefully this works out for them, and looking forward to finding out who that green person on the Titans cover is. The weird glowing green ninja.
Yeah, a year from now it's gonna be called DC Reborn. We're gonna get a new.
Nah, man,
new
it'll be
a
DC
year
Earth
from now,
1.
when this fails and they have to do another reboot.
Earth 1, man. I'm telling you, do it. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna do anything, do that. Please do that. Be beautiful.
Yeah. So moving on, we got some movie news. I guess we can kind of like talk about these like together because there's not like a ton of info, but we'll kind of just mesh these two together. So James Wan talked about Aquaman at WonderCon for the Conjuring 2 panel, and I believe he talked about this with SlashFilm.com. He said that Aquaman is going to be a much more fun movie, and it's going to have like a swashbuckling tone to it, and he's going to include sea monsters from like the Lovecraftian type of world and stuff like that. So it looks kind of cool. Like I can't wait to see the movie. So
because when I think of fun and swashbuckling, I think of Lovecraft.
Yeah.
You know what I think of? I think of Batman,
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Brave and the Bold, Aquaman.
Oh.
When I hear swashbuckling,
I hope that's who it is.
Yeah.
That's the best Aquaman.
Dude, it looked like it in that teaser we saw in BVS. It looked like Brave and the Bold.
He
dude.
looked like a
Totally.
crazy old man who was shaking his fist at the kids on his lawn.
It looked like Poseidon.
Oh, also, he has glowing eyes too in the movie, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Maybe
I guess
instead
it'll
of the
help him see
blonde.
underwater better.
Yeah, he's like that fish with the light bulb thing.
The angler.
Yeah,
He brings in his
You
prey
knew
with
it.
his glowing lights.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool. It's definitely a little different from what. Didn't they say it wasn't originally rumored or said that it was going to be more like from the Trench storyline in the New 52?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Because I remember whenever in BVS in that spoiler alert, blah, 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 in the camera scene, you can kind of it said in the corner trench of something like that trench. So I was like, maybe it's doing that, but who knows?
I wonder what villain they're gonna use for it. Probably gonna be either Ocean Master or Black Manta, I guess.
Probably Orm.
Yeah, Ocean Master.
Maybe they'll hint at Manta in like his backstory.
Yeah, it's probably Carl Urban as Orm too.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing because now he's not in Dread anymore, so
Yeah.
he's free.
Wait,
Still like
Dread
Star
or
Trek.
Star Trek? Yeah.
Oh, that franchise is dead after this movie, though.
Yeah,
the
probably.
Fast in Star Trek. Furious.
Yeah.
The Fast
Any other
Etymological.
thoughts on the Aquaman movie? How hyped are you, Tim? Like, are you hyped to see?
Well, like I was telling you before, I'm fairly neutral towards it, like I am towards Aquaman. I don't love the character, I don't hate the character, so I'll probably end up seeing it.
It's gonna be interesting that he's never had a movie, much like Wonder Woman. So it's like there's nothing to really cloud people's judgment other than like the fact that he's like become a joke, I guess. But
Yeah. Legacy is Lego Movie is the first movie that Wonder Woman appeared in.
yeah,
True.
yeah. Who voiced her?
Colby Smulders.
Oh yeah, that's
Ironic.
why she was so good.
That's Robin, or what's her name from Avengers?
Yep, Maria
cool.
Hill.
Yeah, Maria Hill. That's her name.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope the movie's gonna be outrageous, but
Outrageous.
yeah, outrageous. I hope that they really bring in the character in a positive light compared to the memes, and even though the character's positivity or popularity has changed over the years, I really hope that they bringing that kind of vibe and not the Khal Drogo vibe. Even though I love Khal Drogo, but it's not quite Aquaman to me.
Oh, also we know that Amber Heard is Mera too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. She's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be in Justice League.
I
Confirmed.
hope that he sings the rousing song of heroism.
Oh, hello, old chum. Greatness.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see like what the story of this movie is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they said it's not gonna be an origin story, so like I'm kind of wondering. I guess it'll obviously be after Justice League, so we're gonna see where Aquaman is at that point.
Yeah, because remember they said all these movies are gonna be like one. They're all gonna be continuations of the same story in a way.
Mm.
So
he's still hiding out in his sunken ship, trying to hide from the paparazzi.
Yeah.
And then he shoots away like a rocket.
No, Torpedo.
Oh yeah, Torpedo. Yep.
Pew.
He's the butleriest man alive.
The butleriest. Pouring tea all over his chest.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we're going to want to move into the other character that's getting a movie next year. And we got a first look at it with the Amazon teaser on Themyscira, so Wonder Woman. They revealed the characters that Robin Wright is going to play, too. And they talked a little bit about the movie. I don't know if you guys saw the image or like what your thoughts are.
They definitely look like a group of warrior women.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that the Wonder Woman movie like will be really good. Like it looks pretty good so far. So.
No,
Is it gonna be all strictly World War I, or is it gonna be going back and forth between that and modern day?
I don't know. I think it'll be like modern day at the end, but the majority will probably be just the origin of her in World War I.
Yeah, I think it looks great from that image. I'm still curious as to who the villain is or who the rest of the cast is, because there's still like 6 people we still don't know. They're still unidentified.
Yeah.
But from what we do know, I'm happy with it. I'm ready to see more Wonder Woman after BVS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully the movie's fun. Hopefully it's a bit brighter than the previous movies have been.
Yeah, it needs to be more lighthearted and fun.
Well,
It doesn't have to be, but so long as it's more colorful, I'll be happy.
I wonder how lighthearted it'll be in that tough Amazonian way.
They need to say at least one joke in the movie.
At least one.
Our lead has to smile.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Feminists are going to be all over this
She
movie.
needs to not have that furrowed brow look she had in the BVS the whole time. Didn't you guys notice that? She had like the same expression the whole movie almost.
Yeah,
Did Cavill
she looked tough.
Yeah.
She looked
She had
tough.
that tough face.
That warrior
She's
outlook.
a strong, independent woman. Don't need no man.
She smiled.
Except Steve Trevor.
At Bruce.
No, she didn't really seem that interested in Bruce.
Oh, you've never met a woman like me. That whole shtick. But still excited for
So
it.
yeah, the Wonder Woman, it's happening, and I think we'll probably get a trailer at Comic-Con this year because they'll be done filming by then. So
Yeah, and then we already got footage from the Dawn of the Justice League, so yeah, it's a given.
yeah, definitely. It looked good too.
Yeah, it looked
Footage.
epic. It looked epic. The action, with the little bit of action we saw, it looked very.
It looks like the movie's going to be like a combination of Lord of the Rings and a period piece set in World War I. So that'll be an interesting blend.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings.
That's what the footage reminded me of her like riding through like the woods with that, and some of the shots that they have of her like emotional
Is
images.
Smeagol gonna be in there?
Smeagol-like.
Yeah.
Smeagol need all no Trixies.
That'll be how they portray Artemis.
Oh God. The actual Artemis, not the Young Justice one, guys.
Yep.
The actual Artemis.
Oh, the Young Justice one.
Oh, she's gonna be
Good.
in there. Totally.
Yeah, that'll be fine if they portray the Young Justice one like Smeagol.
So
Yeah, I guess if we want to wrap up though with TV time, Supergirl and Flash crossover. What'd you guys think?
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge. I wasn't a
Tim
huge.
fell asleep.
I fell asleep for unrelated reasons, but yeah.
No, because he thought it was so boring. He just fell asleep.
But
It's so
the
bad.
part that I saw in it, I didn't think was super well written with it. But the one thing I want to point out is when Silver Banshee shows up in the Daily Star, Cat Grant immediately recognizes her, but can't tell that her assistant and Supergirl are the same person.
Yep.
Yeah, under all that makeup, she knows it's her right away.
Yep. but glasses
sense.
completely throw her off.
Yeah, and apparently she figured out Barry was the Flash too by the end of the episode.
Yep.
Of course, because he wasn't wearing glasses.
She could be smart enough to be like, oh, well, obviously because he came in out of nowhere and this guy came out of nowhere, he is obviously the Flash. But when Kira, right, as she says it, Kira leaves constantly for no unrelated reason, and then Supergirl pops up out of nowhere. Don't notice that at all.
Kira, why are you dressed like Supergirl?
Cat, why do you keep mispronouncing my fucking name?
Yeah, why does she keep calling her Kira? That like really annoyed me that whole episode.
She calls her different things all the time. Like the joke is that she doesn't know what her name is because she's invisible to her because she's a powerful person in a business.
Yeah.
People see what they want to see.
I haven't seen Supergirl in a while. Like the last episode I saw, I said this in my review, was like the Martian Manhunter one where he first revealed himself. So
the last one I saw was the Livewire one.
Yeah, so I don't like know anything what happened in the show, but like from the episode that I saw with the crossover, I thought it was like
yeah,
like, it didn't really improve at all. I was like
yeah, you came in on the wrong episode, man.
Yeah, I feel like Barry wasn't very well written for what I saw in the episode. And
he jobbed in every fight too.
Yeah, and
he stopped the same way, and every time he ran.
Yeah, they also had that weird slam towards the CW when Barry first showed up in her office.
Yeah,
y'all look like very calm, very diverse cast of a CW show.
You look like the super diverse but non-threatening cast of a CW show.
Yeah, it's just okay. That shots are fired, but they're related channels. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that. And then the
episode ends with the regular citizens having to stand up to the villains and beat them.
Spider-Man 2, man. Citizens are the heroes.
Siobhan went from zero to supervillain pretty quickly in the episode.
How did they even make her costume, and why did she pick the makeup other than because it looks like Silver Banshee? How did they come up with the name? Oh, because that's her name.
Well, they got Banshee because she's cursed with the Banshee thing. They said that in the episode. I don't know where they chose Silver from, though.
It wasn't a Gotham type thing either.
It wasn't like a pun. It just out of nowhere. She's like, oh, girl, you need a makeup.
Yeah, also, when in the timeline does this happen in The Flash, like this episode? Because he had that like thing on his chest.
He had the Christmas decoration on his chest.
After next week, or whenever the next episode 18, is when it's supposed to have occurred. That's what they said. That's when it ties in.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
The Blur Smallville references, guys.
Everyone loves a good Smallville reference.
Yeah, so jumping over to another CW show that's happening right now that like nobody cares about, Legends of Tomorrow. Had a WonderCon trailer, like a sizzle reel of like what's to come in the next 3 or 4 episodes, and we got to see Jonah Hex, which everyone's hyped about.
Yep.
Yeah. Any thoughts on the trailer? Like, does it look like an improvement to make you watch the show now, or
it looks hype? I've been watching the show. I've missed the last week's episode or whatever, but
yeah, I've been watching it also. I'm pretty sure I'm caught up to where they are at this point.
Yeah, the last episode was where they took over the ship, I think, because they went on hiatus. Like last week, there was no episode.
Yeah, the last one I saw was right before that when they just got
Wait, are you talking about the pirate episode?
Yeah, Stranded or whatever.
Yeah, that was the second to last one. The last one that they had was when they got stuck in 1950 and the bird people were attacking.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was the last episode.
Okay, then I am caught up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the last one was. I think they went on hiatus.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I think that so far the show's been like kind of okay, but
it has its moments.
It does.
Yeah. This trailer looked pretty good though. Like this trailer looked like the show that they were originally pitching.
Yeah. It looked like they've been going through filler and now they're getting into the juicy stuff maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't. Do you guys agree that like Vandal Savage is pretty crap? Like he's just not.
I
think he's okay for what he is, but I feel like they're overplaying him because unlike the other like CW shows or even with Supergirl, like, they don't really have a consistent villain in every episode and every plot that they go into. Like, they have recurring ones, but they don't have one who's constantly threatening them. So it just feels like you're getting too much of him antagonizing them.
He seems like the way Roz should have been, and like that's the vibe that I get. Like I like Roz and Arrow when they brought that sympathetic side to him, but this feels like the way Roz should have been and the way he takes charge.
Yeah. I mean, like, he feels like Vandal Savage to me. I just feel like we had a more diverse villain pool besides him and Kronos.
No, Boba Fett.
Right?
Boba Vader, as they call him.
Yeah. Yeah, when are they gonna kill Kronos already? Because he keeps popping up and, like, destroying their ship again, like, every episode.
He's in the trailer.
They can't kill him, he's Steve Blum.
He's supposed to be Heat Wave, guys. Remember?
What do you guys think of the Jonah Hex, though, that we have, like, in the little bits that we saw of him?
He seems solid.
His acting is good. Now I'm kind of siding with DC Luke, and I wish he was here for this, but I want the bug eye because he doesn't look disfigured enough to me.
Yeah, I wish he had that eye thing going on. That would have been cooler.
Yeah, because once I saw, like, before it even turned, the camera turned, I was like, does he not have anything? Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, wait, hold on. Is he just a cowboy? But then
they pulled the Josh Brolin one where he just has the mouth thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit better than the Josh Brolin one, but yeah, I wish the bug eye was there.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how they would pull that off, if they would do a practical effect for that or they'd CG it.
Probably.
Yeah, they'd have to CG it.
Yeah.
Like his whole eyeball.
Yeah.
The whole side of his face.
Or they could do a practical one.
Yeah.
What was it? Ridiculous Six's eye. Just do it. Just do it right there. On the set. Sacrifice for Mr.
Ridiculous
Hex.
Six is good.
That's what all westerns should strive to be.
Yeah.
Like what did Adam Sandler call himself? The white something? The white fang? Not the white fang from Naruto, but
the white Portuguese.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh no, wait, that's from some other movie.
Foreign names of foreign movies. Probably gonna get some slack for this, but they're making Adam Ant-Man and Iron Man at the same time.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Giant Man.
They have the growing power, because that's what atoms do. That's how big atoms are, right?
No, because Adam's done that in the comics. Last I checked, he does that. He grows.
Yeah, so are they going to beat Civil War to the punch with the giant thing?
Maybe.
Well, it depends on what episode it is, because they have until May 6th to get it out.
Yeah, well, they got a whole month, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to say,
yeah, but I don't know. Like, where's the whole like plot of this show going though? Because like, what happens? I mean,
what happens in season 2 if they get Vandal Savage in this season?
Yeah, like how are they gonna like? Okay, so there's been what 7 episodes or 8 episodes so far?
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, I'm checking really quick. I think there's only been 8. So how are they going to possibly stretch the plot for another, like, 6 episodes? No, there's 16 episodes, they said, for the season.
Whoa. I don't know.
They have 8 more to go. They're only at the halfway mark now.
I thought there was going to be less, and they'd start building up the plot more. But I don't know. More time travel?
But I guess what they're gonna do is just have them have longer arcs in each time period instead of just going there for 1 or 2 episodes.
True. Better develop their characters more, because they were focusing on Heatwave and Cold, and now they kind of like just dropped it. Or they were doing it a little bit with Hot Girl. They'll start developing the Firestorm and Jackson Stein's relationship.
Yeah, because didn't they in the last episode of Legends, they got half the team got stranded in 1950, so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that storyline isn't over yet. So
yeah, it's Ray, Hawk Girl, and White Canary.
Katie Lotz.
Yeah, yep. Because they said that that nurse, it was going to be a love interest, a bigger love interest. That's why I was like, hold on, she's just going to be here for 1 episode, but then they stranded him, so that makes sense now. So I don't know.
Yeah, but we still have 8 episodes to go.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they can possibly... I mean, to me, the Vandal Savage story is already bored. Like, I'm just done with it already. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, can we just, like, kill this guy already and, like, be done with it?
The logic on why they haven't killed him yet pisses me off too.
I just
Definitely
wish
could've.
that wish that they didn't get stranded in the 1950s. That's probably been my least favorite time frame they've been to so far.
No, I thought the 70s stuff was the worst.
70s stuff was okay. They didn't do too much stuff there.
They were there for like an episode.
They were there for 2 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish by this point, though, since, I mean, we're at the halfway mark, 8 out of 16, I wish they kind of would have wrapped up the Vandal Savage thing, and then the rest of the episodes are just, like, you know, one and done or something, or, like, 2 episodes and done, like...
Well, they still have to find a reason to justify why they're gonna stay together as a group once they get Savage.
Well, it's supposed to be a rotating cast too, though.
But half the cast signed on for season 2, I thought.
Yeah, dude, why couldn't they make the show, like, a live-action Justice League Unlimited, where, like, every episode, every like, 1 or 2 eps, there was, like, a new cast, like, a new team.
Because with the combination of effects work they have and having to have a constantly rotating main cast, it would have probably gone over budget really quickly.
Not just that, also there's continuity things they gotta do. Like, they have to introduce a lot more characters to do that.
Yeah, dude, just go full-on Watchtower and, like, have all these characters show up there.
We need Booster Gold, he'll solve this problem.
Yes.
That'd be great. Or, I mean, there's that Legion ring that was shown in Flash.
Oh yeah, what's up with that? Is that happening?
Don't know. Here's another question. Where is Barry? He's supposed to have a cameo as well. Where's Barry?
And what about that giant robot thing in the trailer?
I think that's what they were building up to in that trailer. You see you're like, that's a footstep.
Yep.
Huh.
Because that was in the original trailer way back when Barry was in that little running with them and stuff, and then Oliver wasn't there. But now it's reversed. Oliver's already been in the show twice, and Barry's never shown up. They didn't even have that speech.
Oh, also, everyone's favorite character, Felicity, is going to be in an upcoming episode.
Felicity? What?
Everyone loves Felicity. She's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, she's giving Ray a pep talk because she's the only character that can give him some advice on what to do.
My guess is that he's going back to the past because she's in the wheelchair in the shot in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. The chip failed.
He's going back to the future.
Ha. Ha.
Yeah, so any other final thoughts on Legends, that trailer that we saw, the sizzle reel stuff? And
I want to break down that trailer because there's a lot of stuff in it too that like went really fast. So I wouldn't mind
Adam
looking
has
at
his
that.
own Iron Legion.
Yeah, that too.
Also, it's interesting too. You guys remember when they were on their Instagram when they were posting a new picture every day, like teasing a character, like Ma Hunkle's pot helmet, Sergeant Rock's helmet, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's gonna factor into anything, or if it's
The
just,
Hour Man,
if it's just like Easter eggs.
Doctor Midnight's bombs, the Sandman mask, all that. I'm guessing. What I'm hoping is that they do, like I said, wrap up the Vandal Savage story within the next like 2 or 3 episodes, and then we just like get those characters like as one shots.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know.
They
Probably
could
not.
Introduce a lot of people and start setting up like a the Earth 2 Justice Society type stuff, maybe. I wonder. What I'm curious about. What if they like introduce like Jay Garrick and like what if they go to like different Earths, besides just literal time travel? Because like they're going through time, but what if they go through time on different
they gotta
Earths?
go to the DCEU Earth and meet Murder Man.
Oh no!
Meet Snyder Man and the Murder Bat.
No, I'm curious.
He's
how
just
Captain
gonna have a
Cold's
furrowed
gun
brow.
would be used.
He's gonna have a furrowed brow and stop their ship and be like, "I'll take you in without breaking your necks."
Totally. Oh man.
All of you have a lot of necks, and I have a lot of hands to snap those necks.
I
Or
will
he's
show
just
you
gonna,
what it
like-
means to be a meme.
Like their ship will like land and like they'll walk out and he's just gonna be standing there with his arms crossed and like his eyes lit up.
The ship will land, and then Batman will drive the Batmobile through it, and then anyone who survives will get gunned down.
If there's even a 1% chance that any of them are our enemy, we gotta take it as an absolute certainty.
Oh, he's just gonna use that machine gun he picked up and kill them.
Totally.
Or shoot them with the Batmobile guns or the Batwing guns.
Totally what's gonna go down. I can hear the flame.
Yeah, so
It's coming.
yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up the episode though. There's nothing really else to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Legends trailer, Supergirl, Flash.
We didn't talk about the Flash.
Oh, the current Flash episode. You guys all saw it,
I
right?
have not seen it.
Oh, we can't talk about it then. It was a good episode though.
Let's just give general thoughts on it. It was a solid episode.
Yeah, I liked it, but it sucks that the show's back on a hiatus until April 19th.
Quick question. I didn't see it, but I know about the vibe stuff from Cisco. Does that play a big part in this episode?
No.
Like with the whole Zoom stuff?
No,
It
I
doesn't?
don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think he ever vibes this episode.
He does, but they used it as a joke in the first scene.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Lame. I want
So-
plot, damn it. I want
Just
plot.
the ending was weird because how did he only make one alteration?
Yeah, I was expecting Eddie to walk in too and be like, "Hey, Barry."
Yeah. I was expecting something else to change, but literally everything was the same except for that one scene, so it was a weird misdirect.
I was expecting all of his family to walk in too, like both of his parents, like, "Hey, what's up, Barry?" Like,
Feels.
And then Barry's mom walks in with a gun and shoots everyone dead.
walks in with a knife and does what Reverse Flash did.
No, Barry's mom walks in and pulls off her face, and it reveals to be Zoom.
Oh, I did it, Barry.
It was me, Barry! It was me all along!
Yeah, so on that note, we got to wrap this up. That's just been Super Friends episode 31. Thank you guys for listening, and I want to thank our special guest Tim, who's never been on the podcast before.
Never before.
For joining us tonight.
Anyone in the comments who says otherwise is a liar.
Yeah.
We'd also like to thank all the people who've never commented questions.
Yeah, people just stopped sending in questions. That just stopped being a thing.
It did.
So yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Also, check out, if you haven't already, our BVS spoiler cast should be up too at the same time, or probably before this goes up.
DC Power Hour.
So yeah, go check that out, and hopefully you won't get too upset.
Flame War.
Or maybe you'll get really upset and share the video, either way.
Yeah,
Opinions
either
are
way.
opinions. Flame War.
Either way, though, we will catch you guys next time.
Just remember that everyone hates the X-Men.
Yes.
Peace.
Later.